Hey guys, it's Leandra. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Leandra, and for today's video, I just thought it would be so fun to do a get to know me tag. I don't know if people do this anymore, but I've always seen it as a kind of like YouTube rite of passage to do a get to know me tag, and I just love watching these types of videos, especially if I'm getting into a YouTuber and I really want to see if I really like them, and I want you guys to kind of get to know me or get to know me as we are growing on this channel and there's more and more new subscribers every day. I just have the questions on my phone and I'm going to be looking down at it and answering it. I haven't really gone through the questions just because I want to answer it in real time, so we're just going to be running through a few questions. A couple basics about myself though is that I am currently 21 years old, just turned 21 on February 10th, and I am attending UCI studying criminology, and I was originally born and raised in Cameroon, Africa. So that's all I'm going to be telling you guys for right now, but now we're just going to delve into the questions. So question number one asks, what is your middle name? So that is the strangest thing, or at least one of the strangest things that I found when my family and I first immigrated to the United States, is that back home in Africa they tend to be not like no middle names. We have really long last names but no middle names, and then here they're usually like people usually have middle names. So my full name is Leandra Yomo, and Yomo are my two last names, and a lot of times like the problem that I run to here in the United States is that people usually pick one of those last names to put as my middle name, but I don't have a middle name, I just have two last names. Second question is, what was your favorite subject at school? I don't know what like kind of school it's talking about. I'm just gonna say like high school, and I will say my favorite subject was AP history, just because I had a really good teacher, and I love it when I get teachers that actually love the subject that they're teaching, and you can tell by the way that they interact with students, by the time that they take to teach the subject, and how patient they are. And because I had such a great teacher, I actually thought at one point that when I went to college I would minor in history, but I never got to do that because I got into criminology and all of that stuff, and I really loved that. But my favorite subject was AP history. I also really loved AP psychology and AP Italian because all those teachers were amazing. Shout out to all of them, Mr. Brunke, Mrs. Brunke, and Ms. Lanza. All great people, and more schools should have teachers like them. Third question is, what is your favorite drink? So for non-alcoholic beverages, I like water. I think that everyone says this, but I just like water. Water is the OG liquid, so I like to drink that more than anything else. I really don't like soda. I sometimes crave soda, but that's usually when I have things like I'm on my period or something, but it's usually just I'll take a sip and then the craving will like instantly go away. So water is like the OG liquid for me. And then for alcoholic beverages, since I just turned 21 and I can say this on camera, I actually really love margaritas. I love alcoholic beverages that don't taste like alcohol, because to be honest, alcohol is pretty gross. Question number 4, what is your favorite song at the moment? So I listen to the same 4-5 songs for like months at a time. I think I've been listening to the same 4 songs for almost about a year. I rarely add anything to it. I don't know why. I think it's like once I like something, I like it, and I have a really hard time like moving away from that. But currently my favorite song is Come Together by the Beatles, and also I like Why by Bozzy. Those are the 2 songs that I like alternate through. And today I was just listening to Come Together because it's raining out, and I was on the bus on the way to class, and it was just so perfect. There's just something about that melody that just like hits me in the right spot. If you guys have really cool music taste and you have a Spotify, please link them down below, because I would love to get some new music into my playlist and listen to new stuff. I love having people around me that have really interesting music taste, because I know that I tend to be quite boring when it comes to things like that. So make sure that if you have a Spotify, link them down below. Question number 5 is, what is your favorite food? I love spaghetti. I absolutely love spaghetti. I've loved it since I was a kid. Loved it in Africa because I think my mom does like the best spaghetti. And there's something here, like once I learned when I got here with like my boyfriend, is that a lot of people tend to eat like the spaghetti sauce straight out of the can or straight out of like the little glass jars, and that's just not something that we do like back home in Africa. We tend to like cook the spaghetti sauce, like chop the tomatoes and the onions and just mix it all together. So I really love spaghetti when it is made that way. It is one of my favorite foods ever. Question number 6, what is the last thing you bought? So I mentioned this in like the last vlog, but because I will be going on vacation, I will be traveling abroad around June 14th. I have been buying a lot of clothes for my vacation and just for my closet in general. So I bought quite a few things over the last couple days, and I really can't remember the last thing I bought. I think it was a couple of things from Aritzia, like sweatpants and leggings. I'm pretty sure. I'm not exactly like right on the money, but I think that was the last thing I bought. Hopefully that's the last thing I bought. Question number 7, favorite book of all time. Okay, so I used to be a big reader when I was in school. They used to have this thing in my, like, I think elementary school called like the millionaire word something. You got it when you read like a lot of books and you got like 1,000,000 words, and they would get like a star in the library and they would hang it from the ceiling. And I used to have, I think I had like 3 stars because I was just like reading a lot. But my favorite book, and the book that kind of changed me, I would say, would be Lord of the Flies, just because I really like the psychology around that book. It really hit me when I read it first as like a kid, and I think it's actually one of the first books, or one of the first reasons why I got interested in the psychology of like the human mind, or the psychology of why people commit crimes or why people act the way that they do, because of that book. And then now I'm majoring in criminology, hoping to go to law school, all that stuff. So I think Lord of the Flies is one of my favorite books. Question number 8 is favorite color. So if you look around my room, you'll see like a lot of pink. Pink is actually not my favorite color. I was going through a pink moment when I like decorated my dorm. My favorite color is actually yellow. I love it because it's such a happy color, and when you look at it you just can't be sad. But I also really love nudes and neutrals, a lot of like black and white. I love things that are easily like just simple, minimalistic, and can be like mixed together. So it's like black, white, neutral, and then you just throw in like a splash of yellow in there. Question number 9 is, do you have any pets? I don't have any pets anymore. In Africa, when I was a kid, we used to have a cat named Minu, and he was the cutest little thing. I don't really remember him too well, just because I came here in the United States when I was really, really young. But he was just the cutest thing, and I remember him just roaming around all the time, and because of him I really, really love cats. And I think in high school, senior year, my mom got me a cat from where she worked. So she works at like a senior living place, and they had these like senior cats that never meowed. They weren't aggressive. They were just like these really, really cute old cats, and they would just walk around and the seniors could like pet them and do whatever, and they just never showed any type of aggression. And she got me one of those like cats because I really, really, really wanted a cat at the time, and his name was Sing Sing, which is funny because he never like meowed at all. He was just like such a cool little cat, and every time I would come home from school he would like come to the door, and I could hear his little nails because he had like really long nails, and I could hear them just like clicking on the floor as he would like paw his way to the door to see me. It was just like, I loved him. But he actually was really, really old, and he got put down, and ever since then I have never owned a pet. I feel like I'm answering these questions really, really long, but hey, this is what this video is about. So question number 10 is favorite perfume. So I have one perfume that I wear daily. It's my everyday perfume, and that is Love Story by Chloe. My boyfriend got that for me for my birthday. And then there's another perfume that I wear. It's a Victoria's Secret one that Bella actually introduced to me, and we all wear it around the dorm. Like, people will stop by our dorm to wear it just because it just smells really fruity and just really girly, and that's Pink Sugar. I think it's a Victoria's Secret brand. So during the day I usually would wear Love Story by Chloe, and then at night if I like go out to like bars or like art to a party or something, I will put Pink Sugar just because it's like our going out perfume. Question 11 is favorite holiday. Okay, so I actually grew up Jehovah's Witness because my mother is or was a Jehovah's Witness, so we never really celebrated any holidays. If you're not aware, Jehovah's Witness don't celebrate anything. They don't celebrate Christmas, Halloween. It's like against the religion to celebrate things. So I don't really have anything. It's not until recently that I've started kind of celebrating things through like my boyfriend and his family. But I do remember that as a kid in Africa, and this is a really vivid memory for me, there was this one time we celebrated Christmas because my dad is actually a Catholic, which is like such a weird mix, but my dad is Catholic and my mom had moved to the United States before us, so she wasn't there, so he had us celebrate Christmas with everybody else in our village. And I remember, because it was just like such a nice day and such a nice night. It went from like 11 a.m. in the morning to like 8, 10, 12 a.m. at night, and everyone in the little cul-de-sac in our little village got together. They all brought food, they cooked, and I remember we had this pig on like a stick, and it was like a roasted pig like in the movies and stuff, and it was just like such a good Christmas. Question number 12 is, are you married? I am not married, but I have been dating my boyfriend now for about a year and 1.5 months. So yeah. Question number 13 is, have you ever been out of the country? If so, how many times? I've actually never been outside of the country. My biggest travel was my immigration from Africa to here, and it was such a long flight. I hated it because my sister was throwing up the entire time, and then because she was throwing up, I threw up, so I just ended up throwing up for the entire like hours from Africa to the United States. It was horrible. But other than that specific travel, I have never been outside of the country, but that will change very soon next month when I go on vacation to Italy. Question number 14 is, do you speak any other languages? So yes, because I do come from a certain part of Africa, Cameroon. We speak French there, so I do speak fluent French. So it's fluent to people who don't speak French, but if I was to talk to like my family or other people in Africa or people in France, I wouldn't be fluent just because I speak like slang, and because I live in like the United States and I live in Irvine, not a lot of people around here speak French, so I don't practice it as much, so I am losing it a little bit, but I do speak French. Je parle français. Question number 15, how many siblings do you have? I actually have 3. So I have 2 older sisters and I have 1 brother. If you've watched my birthday vlog, you would see them. You'd see one of my sisters and my brother. The other sister, when we came to America, she decided that she did not want to come to America, so she is currently back home in Africa. We are hoping that one day she will decide that she wants to come and join us, and we can all just be a big happy family. But I have 3 siblings and all of them are older than me, so I'm like the youngest and I'm the baby. That means that I'm kind of a brat and spoiled, but you know. Question number 16, what is your favorite shop? For clothes, I would say my favorite shop right now is Aritzia. I've bought so many things off of Aritzia right now that my wallet is crying. I honestly thought that it was kind of like a lot of hype, and I was like, what is all the hype about? But I ordered one of the tops and I had to go to the store to pick it up. I tried it in the store and I swear I fell in love, like in the dressing room. It was like hugging my body. It just felt so nice that like I didn't even think twice about swiping my card to buy like a tank top, and it was a lot of money actually, but I just don't regret it because it's such good quality. So that is my favorite like shop at the moment. Question number 17 is craziest experience in college. I've been in college for 3 years now, about to be a senior. I'm currently a junior. I think my craziest experience, I want to do a story time on this, but I have to figure out a way to do it in a way that doesn't ramble, because sometimes I think about this experience and I just can't rationalize that it happened to me because it was so crazy. But essentially, just like a little short version of it is that my first year in my sorority, I moved into my house, like this sorority house, and my roommate, let's just say, was basically a psychopath, and she did a lot of things like flirt with my boyfriend, accused me of a bunch of things. I had to go to so many housing meetings because of her, and at one point I think she accused me of trying to like fornicate in the room with her in it. It was just like a really crazy experience, and anyone who witnessed that with me always like they're always like, oh my god, I'm so sorry you had to go through that, because it was crazy. But I'm so down to do a story time about that, so if you guys are interested, it is a wild ride, but if you guys are interested, let me know and I would definitely do that for you guys. Question number 18 asks, when was the last time you cried? So the last time I cried was like 2 weeks ago, I think, when my friend and I, or my friends and I, went to go watch Avengers Endgame. Such a good ending to that series. Like, it was so beautifully made. Like, I'm not even that like deep of a like Marvel fan, but I just love that movie so much, and I shed quite a few tears during the movie. Question 19 asks, what are some of your favorite YouTubers? So I watch YouTube all the time. Some of my favorite YouTubers are Katie Bellotti, because I love the way that she films her videos and edits them. I think they're very peaceful, and I love watching YouTubers that like they don't have to be doing a lot. I don't like a lot to be going on in a YouTube video. It's just like I love it when YouTubers like give me peace when I watch their videos, and that's what I try to give people who watch my videos, is peace and reflection of like my soul, which is very peaceful, very quiet. So I love Katie Bellotti. I also love Maggie McDonald, just because I think she's essentially, I feel like me if I was like a different race and like had money or something like that. It's just, I really love the vibe she gives off. I think it's very much me, and I love how clean and crisp her videos are. Number 20 as favorite movie. I currently don't have a favorite movie, just because I tend not to rewatch movies after I've watched it the first time. I'm not, what I do that a lot of people find funny, like my boyfriend and like Bella, like my friends, is that when I'm watching anything, either it's a movie, a TV show, anything like that, like on my computer, I will skip the movie the entire time. I don't like sitting there and watching the entire thing. I don't know why, but because of that, I don't think that I really have a favorite movie of all time. I have movies that I enjoy, but not like an ultimate favorite movie. Question number 21 asks, what is your coffee order? So I don't really drink too much coffee, but when I do, I like to order the flat white, just because I think it's like drugs in a cup. Like every single time I order it, I zone in, and I just feel so focused. So I love to order the flat white, or recently I like to order like the nitro, but I do like the flat white better. Number 22 asks, what social media are you addicted to? I am addicted to Instagram a lot more. I used to be really into Twitter, just because it's really like funny on there and you can get a lot of like memes and stuff from there, but I really have been addicted to Instagram lately. I've been really into like changing up my feed, creating something that I want to see all the time, and following people that I want to follow. So if you guys are not following me on Instagram, make sure that you are. It's just at Leandra Yomo, and I post on there quite often, and I'm very active on the platform. So I absolutely love Instagram. Number 23 asks, what is the biggest struggle you overcame? I'm kind of glad this one's in there, just because it's a little bit deeper. In high school, or like elementary school, middle school, high school, I had like a raging eating disorder, and I just was not in a good place mentally, and I just didn't have a good relationship with food, and it took me a while to get past it and realize that I needed to ask for help. And once I did that, everything has just been so much better. I struggled a lot with it. I had a really hard time with it, and when I see other people who struggle with it, it just breaks my heart, because I know how much life that can steal from you. Like it can take years from your life, and I'm just so glad that I was willing to get help, that I asked for help, and I got the help that I needed to be able to live my life the way that I do now. I have a much better like relationship with food, and that's what I try to promote on my channel, is a healthy, balanced relationship with food, one that doesn't basically destroy you. Number 24 asks, you were going out with friends, describe your night. I've said it before in some other ones like of my vlogs. I tend to be a grandma, so when it's time to go out, usually we will not want to go out. Like Bella will be taking a nap, I'll take a nap, and then we'll just talk to each other like, do we really want to do this? Do we really want to do this? I don't know if we want to do this. Like, bro, I don't really know. And someone usually has to like force us to go out, and usually that is my little Milad. He will blast my phone, he will blast her phone and force her to go out. But if we do leave the house, it usually would be like to another like house to just chill. I love kickbacks more than I love parties, just because it is a lot more relaxed. A lot of the time I love to hang out at the like unofficial frat house for one of the frats here, and it's in Irvine, and because it's a lot more chill vibes, and we go there and we play like the Nintendo Switch with everybody, and everyone just gets so into it, and we play Just Dance and everything with like the guys and with like my group of friends, and it's just fun. So last question question number 25 asks, what are you happiest with in your life? Currently, I think I have a lot of things to be happy about. First of all, I'm alive and I have a lot of privileges that other people don't get to have. So I think that's something to be really thankful for and grateful for. I have a really great support system with my family, my friends, my boyfriends, and I'm just really happy with all that aspect of my life. I'm happy with like my social life, with my relationship, and I'm happy with the way that things are going in school, and I just have a lot of things to be happy about and to be grateful for. So I would say that I'm happy about basically everything that's happening right now. So yeah, that concludes my get to know me tag. I know the questions were kind of like not that deep. Some of them were, but not a lot of them were deep. But I feel like this is like a first date and we are first like fresh starting to get to know each other. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you want to connect with me more, get to know me more, I would love to get to know you guys. Make sure that you are following me on Instagram because I am very active on there, and that is a really good place for us to connect. So that is the end of this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.